All right. Thanks for all the comments, everybody. Real nice. I kind of wanted to address some of the questions in a video instead of typing. I'm getting a lot of questions, and one of the questions I got was how much paper, silver, and gold are out there, and nobody really knows. That's one of the good things about owning the physical metal, is who knows what these guys are up to behind our backs. And there are a lot of things that affect the price of gold and silver, and silver especially, because when you pull it out of the ground, it should be a 16-to-1 ratio to gold, which would put silver right now at around $65, I think. Don't quote me on that, but the point is it should be about 4 times higher than it is just out of the ground. That's if there's more gold than silver. If there's less silver than gold, then silver should be more expensive than gold. Without anybody buying it, without any COMEX default, it's because of the paper. It's because there's an artificial supply on the market. So pulling the physical off the market is the biggest weapon we have to ending the manipulation. And it will end someday, because there's a lot more players in the market now. And it's hard to manipulate something when there's too many people. So all we need is one billionaire or someone to come in with a large purchase and demand delivery, and that could end it right there. So we're just looking for a real market. You know, if you want to sell something, make sure you own it first, and they don't. There's probably, there's several billion ounces of paper sold onto the market, several billion ounces, and I think there's like $1.5 billion in silver above ground, if I'm not mistaken. Only $1.5 billion in silver above ground, but there are billions of ounces sold short on paper. So just coming out of the ground should be $60, and then that's even without the manipulation. And then you end the manipulation, and who knows how high it could go. So I think we're going to wake up one day and see an economic 9/11, and you're going to see the dollar, the world currency. It's going to be a worldwide thing. It won't be just us. They're playing with matches, and sooner or later one of the matches is going to ignite, and it's going to blow up. It's going to be I think October 19th. I don't really like making predictions, but rent the movie called Nicolas Cage was in it, the Knowers, or the Knowing. There's a list on there with a bunch of dates and coordinates, and the only date on there that hasn't happened yet is October 19th, 2009. And it's definitely an Illuminati film. I saw several triangles with the all-seeing eye in the middle of it. It was unbelievable. I've never looked for that before. So October 19th, I'm keeping my eye on that. And as it gets closer, I'm going to tell everybody to forward the video on to everybody they know, and bring it to people's attention to go rent the movie and watch it. It had every kind of major tragedy on there, and the coordinates for it. And October 19th of this year is the only one that hasn't happened yet, and it was the last one on the page. And in the movie, it meant that everybody else was going to be wiped out. It had an EE after it. It meant everybody else. So in the movie, aliens were here to rescue us from a super solar flare that was going to just cook the Earth, and they're going to take a lot of our children to help save the species. So in the movie, it was a good thing that they were taking us. But October 19th of this year, when you watch the movie, the little kid is up in the second story with one of the aliens, and they look just like a normal human. And the alien guy is showing the kid what the Earth's going to look like when it's on fire. And if you look at the room, you'll see a light flash, and the room is kind of an A-frame. It's a perfect triangle, and the window is round in the middle, and it's glowing orange like a sun, because outside is completely burning because of the solar flare. So you got the Illuminati signal, and you got the only date on there that hasn't happened yet is October 19th of this year. So we'll see what happens. I think maybe China's going to dump the dollar or something, but they're definitely planning something else. This summer's been a little too quiet so far, so we'll see what happens. But that's the date I'm getting ready for. I'm going to make sure I have some food by then. as much silver as I can gather, and we'll see what happens from there. Anyway, anybody argues with you about not buying silver, silver is worth a lot more than it is just being out of the ground. So it doesn't matter, industrial metal, money, it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Precious metals are priced on scarcity. So the more rare something is relative to other precious metals, as you pull them out of the ground, that's what their price should be. And silver is the most manipulated thing in the world, and I think that's for a reason. Why else would they pick on such a small market? I think they're loading up on it, they're hoarding it. They're pulling it out of China because China opened up their market about 10 years ago. And they're pulling the silver out of China, and once that's over, I think they're going to let the price go. And that's how they'll pay down this huge debt or be rich again. I don't see how they can just do another fiat currency. Another fiat currency is just doomed to fail. They might just delay it a little bit, but it'll be doomed to fail. So I'm not real afraid of a new world currency. It's just going to be another fiat. So anyway, blah blah blah. I want to get that out. And I know I said I would be trading silver to pull money out of the market when they knocked it down, and I just really haven't had the time to pay attention to trade as hard as I wanted to trade. But business has been good enough, which is kind of why I don't have the time to trade a lot. Business has been good enough for me to keep accumulating silver, so it's been good. I've been happy with the rate. But if the first sign of trouble, I'll pull all my money out of there and buy physical. I'll pull it all out and buy physical. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks a lot for the comments, and I'll talk to you later.